Here we are, 71st Corduroy Enduro. Team Triple S.
Day one, intermediate B.
Takes it on.
We got Stephen Hussey, intermediate A. Bill Bell, novice A. Matthew Purdy, intermediate B. Enduro.
Pretty sure last year Hussey was calling out everybody's gummy tires in front of us too.
And then a transit, and then boardwalk.
He's taking notes. There we are calling out the first 3 tests of the day. Demo course, boardwalk, and then toe jam. Toe jam's a big one, 17 kilometers. We are 1 minute to go here, folks. Nerves are scoring high. 5. And we're gone. Steven gets out. This guy gets a whole shot. Where is he going? He doesn't know. Me and Steve here. And I stuff it off the trail, frig sakes. Matt Purdy gets around me. But we got Triple S leading our minute here, row 85. 400 some riders ahead of us.
Yeah, let's go, Purdy!
I'm gonna do my best here to commentate this over the first day worth of tests with my boring, bland voice. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully I don't make you guys sleep if you even stick around. But we got Stephen Hussey leading our minute. Matt Purdy, we're heading to the whoops. Boys are pushing hard. It's Dusty. Oh!
I think I just broke
That was a
ankle.
minor dip, but I put my foot out.
Oh my god. It twisted
My
so
toe
bad.
caught in the rut, and my bike come along and took the heel and twisted it completely backwards.
Oh my god, I heard a snap.
I felt a bad pop, and holy smokes, there was a lot of pain. Could hardly stand on it, but I could.
It does not feel good.
And everything's going through my mind right now. What did I do? How bad does it hurt? I got 2 days of this. Did I just ruin my trip up here? We come a long way. Over 1,700 kilometers for the Corduroy in Gooderham, Ontario. We're just flowing through, trying to assess the damage on the foot here. It scared me more, I think, than it was, but I definitely...
I'm trying to move it. Why does that have to happen to me? I can't weight it very much.
That's the thoughts going through. Buddy's in the bushes, but I can still ride, so it's my brake side, right foot, but it doesn't feel good. Here I am 3 weeks out, and it's still not 100%, probably 60 at most. But I got an hour and 45 minutes worth of footage here of day 1, every test. A lot of cuts here and there, but
I literally blew out my ankle.
I slipped there and put my foot out and tried to correct.
No.
We are riding the struggle bus at the moment, ladies and gents. Not a good spot to be. First test at the Corduroy. But if you're unfamiliar with the Corduroy is a 2-day event. It's a mock of the International 6 Days of Enduro. That is a global event, and this is 2 days instead of 6 days, and it's a series of tests and transits. So right now we're going through a test and we're timed on it, and once we get to the end of this, it's 6 kilometers, give or take. Then we're on a transit on the way to the next test. We're not timed through there, and then it's all added up at the end, and you start. The race starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. There's
swelling in my boot, man.
7 riders on the row. This is chaos in here. The trail's just blown out. I said 400 riders. There's more like 550 riders ahead of us. And it's just moon dust and no bottom. These guys are all buried. There's bikes facing the other way. I'm just eating dirt. You can taste that. We're struggling our way. I can hardly get off the bike and do anything with my foot. Clutcher, baby. This guy's coming down the wrong way. We're loading her up. Clutch boosting her out. The old 200 though, she'll lug up. She'll lug up a hill, don't you worry.
Definitely not off to a good start.
Terrible start. Nothing good about it. We come out of the demo test in 80th place in my class, Intermediate B. That is back of the pack. And I'm behind on my minutes, so as I was saying, you start the first... There's 7 riders with number 1, and they start at 8 o'clock. And then there's 1 minute until the next row of riders go, and they're number 2. And so on and so forth up to 85, which is where I am. But it goes up to, I think there's 101, 103 maybe rows of 7 riders. So there's 84 times 7 bikes in front of us. That's 5, I think it's 530 something. I can't remember for sure, but so a lot of bikes ran through this trail and ripped it up. And I think we rode this last year, and the trail seemed to hold together a lot more, but I think there was a lot more moisture over the summer. It was a dry. Look at that. So deep, it just foot pegs. That guy's riding above my handlebar, just driving by me. Foot pegs are hung up. The bike's like a seesaw. Is that what those are called? I don't know. The dust is just falling off of my helmet. With my foot, I can hardly lift that thing up, but...
Wowie, wow.
We get her going again. Wowie, wow. Struggle in.
My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I just threw away the whole corduroy on the first test.
The thoughts, you get hard on yourself. I was freaking devastated that I did that to myself. You prep for it for so long, you envision it, you plan like, yeah, and have a certain goal for how you want to ride the whole thing, and then it's just like your bubbles popped in the first 2 minutes. That's all it was. That's all I made it. And then I gotta drive slow like this the rest of the time. But I slowed myself way down because I just wanted to keep going. At this point, the goal was finishing because I didn't want to DNF, man. I came all this way. As you can see, the trail is just destroyed. The dust cloud following that guy is just, and it's just like avoid the main lines like the plague, because if you get stuck in there, you're stuck. And being stuck is slower than rolling through like this. Well, not entirely, but I'm going pretty slow. Making a couple passes though. I doubt they're in my class. Like I said, we come out of this test pretty well dead last. I don't think there was an 81 I seen in the time on live laps, and I haven't seen a number higher than that. So
whenever I twist,
I was like second last.
Because that's what happened to it, I guess. It got twisted backwards.
Lots of groaning and grunting and complaining. But the good thing about being second dead last in your class is that you can only go up from there. So
I'm just cooked, man. I should just fucking pull off.
Yeah, here's the thoughts going through your head again. Like, what are you doing? I didn't want to hurt it more. Started worrying about work. But as the day went on, it kind of got better. Starting on Sunday morning was rough. But I got my boot on. Here's picking some lines. Avoiding this guy's stuck in a trench. Look how deep his bike is. Glad I didn't get in there. I get faster as the day goes on, but it's a little bit painful to watch this. But the creator of the corduroy, Blair Sharpless, thanks so much for having such an awesome event. Love that it's a mock of the ISD. It's to get the Canadian riders, because Team Canada goes every year, and it's like teams from all over the world. It's to prep those guys for their trip, no matter where it's at. But it's crazy what they do at the 6 days. They're doing like 200 to 300 to 400 kilometers a day. And when they get back, same rules we have. 15 minutes to work on your bike, and then it goes into impound. Your mechanic's not allowed to touch your bike. You can only work on it, so they're responsible for changing their tires. They put a new mousse and a new tire on almost every day, whether it's the front or the rear, at the 6 days. I think the pros are doing it at the corduroy, but I'm not riding hard enough to burn through my tires, and I'm not skilled enough to change it in 15 minutes and do my air filter and gas it up. I can hardly walk by the time I finish day one, so. But yeah, it's super cool to try to shoot for that goal though, and see how you would do, and see how you scale up on a national level here in Canada, because there's people coming from all over. A lot of people come from the States. Like I said, oh, that's what I was first talking about, where I brought up Blair. Blair aims to have a 60 to 65% finish rate, so that other percent doesn't finish. So you'll see a lot of guys, either their bikes quit, mechanical problems. You'll see them sitting waiting for the sweepers. The sweepers come after the last riders go through and make sure everybody gets off the trail all right. Because we go for quite a loop. We put on, well, we do nearly 300 kilometers over the 2 days, so it's roughly 150 kilometers a day. But we're just coming into the finish of demo test here. Get our time collected there. So now there's a break in the time. You can kind of rest, get a gel pack into you, get some water into you, and then but you got to drive also. Like, there's probably 10 kilometers I got to drive here to my next test. And because I struggled so much, I'm late. My row already took off and through this, so I'm on row like 92 maybe, where I'm supposed to be on minute 85. So I'm playing the catch-up game here, heading into Boardwalk we got. So this is a 5-ish kilometer test as well. It might be 7. Go! So we're gone. Heading into the bridge here, across the marsh. This is beautiful. I get the whole shot off the minute. I don't believe I can keep it though. So this is test number 2 of the day. My ankle's not doing good. It's a long test of just flowy, rough single track that you can keep a pace, but it beats you up, and it's hard on my ankle. And because of that, these guys on the minute eventually catch me. But I come out of demo test at 80th, and I finished this one 74th, so I make up 6-ish spots. So yeah, like I said, it's only up from dead last.
There it is again.
Every time I had to put my foot down, man, it would bring me to my knees.
I don't know what to do. This sucks.
I had to pull over, these guys are getting by me. Gotta keep pushing. Bill Veld, shout out to Bill Veld. He's a mechanic at Triple S, works on our race bikes, races with us. He's on our minute. He's out there, he had the Beta 300, and he had a patch on his handlebars. I loved it. So it just said, embrace the suck, and man, I kept telling myself that all day long.
Oh.
Push through and make the most out of it, or wish you did. Those ruts were intense, man. Throw you all over the place, and then you'd find a rock in it out of nowhere that you can't see. The odd time the bike would just be pushing the dust forward like powdered snow. And it would often track like you were driving in powdered snow. The front end would wipe out. Just great stuff altogether. We're limping along. Beautiful woods, so like, look at this. I don't know where I am. We're out here though. Some of those holes where it would first whoop out, it would be like a 3-foot drop. Your bike would just disappear. You'd fall on top of it. Don't know why I dipped in that. I got Senator. Hug the edge, hug the edge, hug the edge. Boom! Fall off.
When you're riding along and then your bike just fucking disappears.
So boring and slow. Really slow. But we're getting along. That's the main thing, because I didn't want to DNF. My foot gradually got better along the day. I think I said that.
All good?
I got a new helmet before this race. Holy cow. That guy's down. Gas, gas. You just stay put there, buddy. I'll just... Yep. Yep. Coming by. Thank you. Stay there too. Yeah, baby.
Not bad with a bung
It
ankle.
might be slow, but I won't be stopped. The more I could ride up on the pegs and not have my feet out, the better I was. But those ruts, man, they throw you unpredictable ways. That's when you put your foot out hard to catch yourself. I should have just let myself tip over more, but surprisingly I found the rocky, harder, enduro-y sections easier to do because I could just stay up on the bike and pick a good line. But this is getting a little faster. Kicking myself. I should have been on the gas a lot more here, but I think I was a little scared to go down again. But I'm behind. I'm late. I come out of it took me 19 minutes 42 seconds to do boardwalk, and I moved from 80th position to 74th coming out of here. This is towards the end of it, I believe, where it gets faster. Love these trails though. Sandy, open, tight though. It is tight with those trees. They're getting a little squirrely there. That sand, once you got in it, it was so like washy. Driving slow, driving slow. Keeping a pace, but driving slow. Definitely not on the gas. Here we go. Timing. They call your number. Now we're on to a transit section. So again, I don't really waste any time on it.
Transit.
Hammer down trying to catch up to my minute, because it's another point I should mention. If you are an hour late at any point in the race, if you fall an hour behind your minute, you will be disqualified, DQ'd. So we're on the gas here on the transit. It's an open gravel trail. Driving faster than I was on boardwalk, but all in the name of catch up. I'm not really using much energy. It's not hard to drive on this, so we're just cruising along, trying to get my foot a little rest. I can feel it like just throbbing and jelloing and doing all kinds of things in my boot as we were getting along, but I'm feeling alright. So yeah, I had some GoPro issues on Toe Jam. That's what we're seeing right now, some footage of Toe Jam bombing up this hill. I only got a few little clips because I had a dead battery in. For some reason it said it was full when I put it in, and then it was beeping at me when I was trying to film with it, so only got a few little short clips. Toe Jam's the longest test of the corduroy now. Used to be Sommer's test, which was a huge highlight of mine last year. wasn't in it this year, so toe jam was bumped to the longest kilometer, at 17.3 kilometers roughly. They might have added some or took some away this year. This is in the middle of the test. I don't know what I was doing here, but struggling, I guess. I think I threw a battery in my camera.
Good.
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah, my bike's down.
Definitely getting it handed to me.
They will be.
Get the fuck going.
So I'm in the middle of toe jam.
In the middle of toe jam. Now we're back out onto a transit. Not a lot of them, a good amount of them, the transits were road sections connecting one to the other, which had their ups and downs. You'd get really cold if you were sweating bad on the last test, because the air was still pretty cold, the sun was warm. But you get a good rest. But if you're getting dehydrated and getting sore, you'd start cramping up because you get cold.
I'm still extremely late.
So you had to be careful of that. I did a lot better this year, like muscle cramp wise, compared to last year. Last year I struggled, man. I was out of shape, I think, but this year I didn't get to fully work everything because of my ankle. I think I was held back. Towards the end of it, I was definitely... There's a couple of times I had to pry my fingers back open. They're curling in on me. So after toe jam, let's see what I come out of toe jam at. We're headed to a gas stop right now. Toe jam took me 17 kilometers, so it took me 53 minutes to do, but I moved from 74th position up to 67th. So we're climbing the ladder, moving our way up. 67th, coming through the transit. So this is after the gas number 1. So we're full tank of fuel. Didn't really need it. I got the oversized tank, but refilled the water bag. So the gas trucks, gas stops, there's 3 of them a day. 2 of them are out on the loop, and there's, when you're at the compound getting ready, there's 3 trucks with open trailers, and everybody puts their gas jugs on them. So you have to make your gas jug customized. You want water for your bag too if you don't have somebody to meet you there. So everybody's duct taping water bottles to their gas jugs, they're writing their names in Sharpies, spray painting them, anything you can do to pick your gas jug out of 100 others on a trailer and gas up, because you only got 15 minutes at the gas stop, and you don't want to be behind. Plus I'm already late. So Madison, my wife, was actually with us, so she took my truck to all the gas stops with my daughter Sadie, so that was nice to see them. That was the morning one. I wasn't too tired at all, so my gas was on the gas truck in case Madison couldn't find it, and so I didn't get anything from her there. But the other gas stop, she had some snacks and stuff, and I kept any extra important parts or anything like that I might need, or tools in the truck, so that if I got to a gas stop and needed something, I could fix it and work on it there. But which you're allowed to do, but you can't be an hour behind, so you do have a time limit. You gotta be fast all day long. So we're into McDuff's here. Another quick start. Counted down. I'm still not caught up to my minute. I'm behind. McDuff's is, I can't remember how long kilometers, but we got a full row of guys there. Started behind that tree a few seconds ago. So I wasn't really concerned about getting a good start. I'm just concerned on getting through, because how much I was having to stop because of my ankle, and that was holding me up. pushing for a fast start's pretty minuscule. If I'm gonna be faster than them, I'll end up catching them anyways. But if they're good chance they're gonna be faster than me with my ankles, so we just take her slow and just pick good lines. And if a pass comes, we'll take it. But I can't push myself if I do. So there's so many points where I'm like, normally it would have been go, go, go on the gas and made it, but I hesitate. I don't commit to very much here, which is painful for me to watch because it's not my normal ride, but a lot of blown out trail. We just started picking our way through the trees here, making some new trail. I didn't even want to try to go around in the main line there. I was sticking behind that guy. So you still make a couple passes there. And then we got another big hill here. I pick out this fresher line and get up to here. Find some other guys. Just spinning. Double take at that guy. I thought it was Bruce, one of the guys that came up with us. So we're starting to find a groove. I'm starting to find a way to ride my bike that's sustainable anyways. That's kind of what we're going for, just sustainability. Steady. And it worked out. Like I gained a lot of obviously people with the finish rate being 60%, I'm going to end up, if I finish, I'm going to end up a lot higher positions than 80. So. But on the gas here, we're climbing the hill. I get by one guy, but that guy gets ahead of me too. This guy in the KX, you'll see a little bit ahead. I see him all day long. Couple rocks there. I love this woods, multiple lines. If we were fast riders, it would look like GNCC, but we're back in a slow pack. I'd love to see the pros ride this whole course. I wish there was better footage on it, but it's hard to capture all this. That's why I try to make my videos, because I'm not a top-notch rider, but so we got a split here. Different category classes, intermediate, pro, experts go one way. That guy come out of nowhere on the gas, holy. Nearly blew me off the trail. We're following this guy in the KX. It must be like a KLX 300 or something. See, normally I would have made that pass there, but hesitation.
That guy's gone.
So that's a transit. I blow by the corner. This guy ahead's like, yeah, I'm not going to catch him. But yeah, he missed it. I'm still late, so on the gas. Gotta catch up. All these guys around me start on a minute behind me, so if I get to the next test, the workers there are gonna push me ahead of them all anyway. They're gonna call me ahead and say, go on this minute now, because you're behind. So I'm trying to get ahead of them on the transit anyways, because gotta catch up. Can't be too far behind. So we finish McCrum's. That wasn't McDuff's. That was McCrum's. 16 minutes. We went from 67th position to 64th. So still slowly making our way. We're headed to McDuff's now in this transit. So some of the transit's just the same trail that you were racing on, and it's just as tiring. But you gotta get through it. I don't know why I put so much transit riding in this, but
Here we go.
we might have a river crossing. No. Yes. Irondale River crossing, ladies and gentlemen. So over the last 2 years coming to the court, we became friends with this landowner that has a camp here. He's an awesome guy. Last year it was a lot higher of a water crossing. He said he spent the whole day getting bikes going that flooded out. So I'm wondering what these guys are waiting for. I should have just nudged my way in there, but I let this guy go. It is a transit, so we're not timed, but beautiful river. We cruise through here, wet these guys' ankles. This guy's getting the water out of his bike. Love it. Last little troublesome section here. Not a problem this year. I went down there last year, but the bike stayed up out of the water, luckily. So that's one of the 2 river crossings of the Cord, and this year they were both on the same day. So we got another one coming up after a few tests. And I'm curious if I got the order of that wrong, because I feel like the river the Irondale River. No, I'm just gonna stop talking. Don't mind me, ladies and gents. So I put this is still transit. Just to give you an idea, I put this section in. I hated this section last year, and it was rough again this year. It's just so whooped out. It looks like you can drive fast on it, but it's hard to get a flow going. So here we are going into McDuff's. And I don't know if McDuff was in it last year or if it's new, but I was a fan of it this year. I think this is the one with a bunch of grass track. And they added a bunch of grass track, and I loved it. It was tricky. Here we go. Another fast enough line. I can't get around them. Burning through this big rut. Every one of us. There's not really many options for other lines. I climb out of it there. And because of the dust so heavy, we had quite a few air filters being changed. Look at this. Just get in and pin it to win it. I like this though, it's open, it's fast. That guy went in there and I just stayed out of it. Made for quicker time for sure. Poke it off them trees. Big uphill, on the gas. Let's go. And back down the other side. So McDuff's took me 18 minutes, and it put me from 64th to 60th. 4 positions made there. Still moving upwards, which is good. This is, yeah. That's what we're talking about, baby. Kinda had to bail at times. This guy knew I was struggling, watch.
Not bad.
How you doing? Not bad. Appreciate it checking on me. I don't know what happened there. Whoop. See if we can catch up to this, so probably not.
Welcome to the struggle bus. At the Corduroy.
Struggle bus indeed.
Buddy on the beta.
This guy in the beta, I passed him, yeah, I passed him quite a while ago, but he's in a groove now, that's for sure. I follow him for a bit, but I think, yeah, he's pretty quick. I don't think I've seen him for the rest of this test. I can't remember. There we go. On the pipe. That must be him there on the beta. Not sure. Oh, hard left. Washing out on that ankle side. That's what we're trying to avoid. We got a better pace going here, though. Sure, it's so slow compared to everybody else. Yeah, I got a new helmet, and it's my old helmet was a bad helmet. I only got a Fox V1, but it's lighter than my old one. It feels so much better. It's tighter fitting. My old one was too big on my head, and my GoPro point of view is way more upright and solid. And I got the camera tightened up right. So big fan. Glad I upgraded. It helped with this race because I always struggled. I was always pushing it back up. It would push my goggles down on my nose. Just wasn't a good setup. Couldn't breathe through my nose. Wouldn't use my goggles. I've taken them off. I pretty well wore them the whole cord this year. Nice. It's open, but you can't go fast because it's so blown out. Wow.
So this is what we're dealing with at the
Probably
Corduroy
can't go
here.
fast. I can't.
A very sprained ankle
Just get a holder.
and a track conditions like this. I don't know if you'd call them good, broken in.
Great conditions. Oh, another dead stop. I hate that. Making our way along though. Progress is progress. Up over a little rock section here. That's kind of cool. Struggling my way along.
That's deeper than the fucking bike, man.
Not quite deeper than the bike, but definitely pretty trenched out. Worked in. So we're still in McDuff's here. It's just a bad cut on my part, but let's leave it be. The more I mess with this stuff, the worse it gets. I think we're coming into the grass track here where we can open it up. Yes, sir. Let the 200 eat. Listen to that. Two-stroke ripping. Oh, every one of these turns were like super off camber the wrong way, which made it awkward and you felt like you were going to slip out, but made you slow up a lot more. Couldn't really rail the corners. I couldn't anyways. Definitely on the gas a lot more though, clearing her out, getting the oil out of her. Another off camber corner, coming up this hill is iffy. But man, I love this grass track. That's wide open. Kept messing up them corners though. This gentleman,
Thank you!
he was stuck, pointing me out a better line. I'm definitely feeling it here. I slow up a lot. Keep lugging her though. Oh. Thought we were going up that rock bed there. Is it barbecue? I didn't notice that racing, I don't think. Get her going. Back into the grass track. Held up that good. Then we blow the corner. Oop, sideways.
My foot is so buggered.
Just straight buggered. Push to the end though. Collect our time. And transit on to the next. Where to now?
Embrace the suck. Yeah.
Good.
Triple S
Good
crew
transit.
is having a rough go. This
Yes,
year.
so I forgot to mention, After gas 1, Stephen Hussey on our team running intermediate A.
Intermediate A rider, Stephen Hussey.
He blew his base gasket on his 300. Unfortunate. Second time it overheated on him. But they got it sorted out. He's raced 2 races since.
Here is Miserable Lake, ladies.
Podium both.
Looks the same as last year.
So this is Transit Miserable Lake. It's like 20 kilometers riding through this stuff. Rocky Canadian Shield rock. And it wears you out.
So this is just transit.
At the end of this is the Burnt River crossing, and then we gas, and then, or no, New Sedgwicks, and then we gas. So, long transit, river crossing, Sedgwicks, all coming up here. We're getting along half already.
We don't want to time out.
The handicap. Ankle. So yeah, after Miserable Lake, we come to the Burnt River here. You want to stay to the left of that river seam, or the right of it, I guess, but it's on the left side. This guy, I think he's trying to get people in the deep hole. He's pointed out at me and he runs out of the way. I pinned it to win it. We got through unscathed though. A few bikes struggling. So we come out of McDuff's. Okay, Sedgwick's MX. We're gone. 5 of us on the minute here at least. I think there was a few. I jump out ahead. I had a good go in this test last year until I didn't. A little twig took out my front end and I went for a tumble. Good, but we have a good run this year though. Steady anyways, not crazy fast, but consistency is what we're shooting for at this point.
Sedgwick's MX here. I'm like 7 minutes late on my minute. Not terrible. I've been trying to catch up all day. My foot's good until it's not.
A live update there.
I give it a little bump the wrong way and it's like back to aching for another 20 minutes. Seems like they put way more rocks.
Yeah, I'm still convinced that they did. I don't remember there being that many rocks. That's like a full-on rock garden. Unless there was just a lot more dirt on top of it last year and now it's more exposed, but either way there's traction, that's the main thing. This is kind of where the 200's a bit underpowered, I guess. Because a 300 you'd be able to come onto the throttle and it would power over all those rocks a lot easier, where the 200's... Oh, gas me there. And blown out rut. But the 200's, if I drop a gear there, it's too twitchy and zingy, and if I'm lugging it, I'm not fast enough to kind of handle the rocks. But here we go, we're on the pipe and coming into an open turn track kind of deal, but it's sand. It's washy on the front end, you gotta be careful. Yeah. Just picking my way through pretty slow, but so by this point in the day, and this point of the test, I'm actually, I jumped from 60th position to 46th. Somehow, there must have been a lot of dropouts, DNFs through Miserable Lake and the river crossing. So that's where a lot of it happens. And that's not even racing, so that's just a transit. But it's all part of the course, so.
Thank you!
And because it's my ankle I'm dealing with, I think I did just keep getting faster with every test. As I was able to deal with my ankle, my riding improved. The Beta 200 though worked phenomenal. Never skipped a beat on me. And the tire setup, the Midas X Terra Force, are unreal traction paired with the Nitro Moose. Motaz Moose. But here we are in a transit. We're heading to Scott Sue's. Another one of my favorites. It's a spectator point. Or maybe this is
Scanned in?
heading into.
Are you scanned in to go here?
Blackberry. Yes. My apologies. This is going into Blackberry. More hard enduro test. I was asking that guy if he was scanned in because I was trying to catch up and leave on the minute that just left. However, me and this guy go. We have a hot start here. We're going quick. He gets in front of me. And this is all new, so I know it's Blackberry. He almost gets a little sideways there, but.
Alright, going into Blackberry.
But yeah, this is a new entry, I think. And we ran it backwards, so I didn't recognize Blackberry at all. I was trying to figure out what was going on, if we were even going in the riverbed this year.
Riverbed. I'm still babying myself here because of my ankle.
So complaining about that foot all day long. No, this is, frick, they're all my favorite tests, but this is another one of my favorites. This one's super cool.
Feeling a lot better. I'm just starting to cramp out now.
Huge rock, boulders, river bed kind of in the middle of the woods. Super cool. And because I was changing my batteries out, unfortunately, one of my favorite tests, my camera, I had the mount screw loose and the camera fell down and it got a very shitty angle, but we're gonna watch it through, well, some of it through. I got a lot of it trimmed out.
So far, Blackberry is quite a bit different.
You can hear my camera notching back and forth here. It's because I left that screw loose. As soon as I get into the river, it drops down. You're like looking at my legs. Unfortunately, it's a cool spot coming by this lake here. They had these
This is interesting.
snowmobile tracks down,
Old snowmobile built.
but they were kind of unnecessary. I just kind of bombed straight through here. Sedgwick's MX only took me 12 minutes to complete, moved me up from 60th before the water crossing to 46th, and going into Blackberry because I stayed steadily moving past a couple guys. I come out of Blackberry at 41st position, so somehow I finished day 1 in 34th, but somehow I finished day 2 like 46th.
Thank you.
So my another cool spot out by the lake. Somehow day 2, even though I felt better and faster, I fell back in positions. But yeah, this riverbed's deep into the woods here. Like, you drive in and out quite a ways, so if you had some problems in there, it would be hard to get rescued out or even get your bike out. Just kind of navigating our way around those ruts because they're like a foot lower at least than the rest of the ground. Lots of bridges. The trail workers did a fantastic job. This is a techie spot. Wasn't able to keep rolling through, but stick to the left there and clear out. Getting close to the riverbed here. Next couple of turns.
I wonder if we're coming into the back of the
So I'm starting to figure it out here.
We're gonna be
That we are running it
hitting the river
in reverse, which I think
we must.
I did a lot better going reverse. I liked it a lot more in the reverse direction compared to last year, that is. This might be the original direction, but last year we were kind of going up the river. It wasn't like much of an uphill at all, but it was tricky. I can hardly friggin' ride. This is atrocious.
Lots of traction on the rocks today, which is good. Helpful.
That Midas X Terraforce tire was hooking up on all the rocks. It was saving me.
Man, I feel like I'm moving slow.
Because you are moving slow.
So hard to get through this.
Had the K-Tech suspension upgrades this year. Huge difference over this rugged terrain. A lot more compliant, less jagged over the stock. So that's the bladder upgrade and the rear shock and valving. I don't know if I got springs or not, but knows a big difference. So here we are. Matt
Purdy up on
Matt Purdy on our race team. He was just coming out, so when you drive through the river, you switch back and drive up that big ledge. This is called the Devil's Staircase they had to sign up for. It's gnarly. So Matt Purdy, I'm catching up to my minute if that's Matt there, but
thank you,
still a few minutes ahead of me by driving through this riverbed. So here I go, start working my way through. This is right up here is where my camera drops down, but I keep the river section in because there's bikes everywhere, and I had to pick a new line mid-line, turn around kinda. Such a cool area to ride though. So I got a guy yelling behind me there. I don't know what he said there. Ooh, we get the tough line. Something, I don't know. But I hit this the wrong way. Bottomed out. That's when my camera fell, so now we're looking straight down. It's a different angle, that's for sure. Still shows the riverbed pretty good, so. You want to stay up on the bike and keep the bike going as straight and up as possible. So if you stand up, you'll see me dabbing my feet. You pick one high rock that you can catch your foot on. Use that to keep your balance, and then pick your line and jump to the next rock and use your foot to catch you on the next one. But you kind of stay standing up. So here there's bikes down in front of me. It's a bit chaotic. So I turn and start picking out a new line. I'm going almost backwards right here, and I got to switch 180 kind of back in the direction I want to go. I end up getting hung up and got to get off and pick the bike up.
Absolute carnage.
People are stuck, they're spinning out.
Blackberry looks good.
High RPMs aren't really your friend going through here. You don't need a lot of RPM. You just need traction when it's good. There's a big step up ledge to get out of the river here. Spencer Martin fell over his handlebars going into it last year. So it's tricky, but I just climbed it there. Not much of an issue. Lugging that little 200 up. I don't think I end up fixing my camera until after the gas stop. Yeah, this is another kind of I didn't have an issue, but I could see how you could easily, a little sketchy spot to cross there.
Yeah, I remember. Same as last year, but backwards.
Starting to remember it now after I'm already done. Well, I remember the riverbed obviously, but
Worked out way better, my favorite so far.
yeah, I'm feeling good here. Feeling like I'm making some decent time. So this is after the gas stop, after we fixed the camera. We finished, like I said, we finished Blackberry in 41st
Scott and Sue.
position, and now we're heading into Scott and Sue Wheelers. Another one of my favorites. I think they're all my favorite at this point, but except for the demo course.
7.2 kilometers.
This is 7.2 Scott and Sue Wheelers. And man, this is a beautiful property. There's a pond, it's got lots of elevation change, hill, lots of rocks. And I end up catching up to Bruce Beveridge in this test. Me and him go back and forth a couple times. He was on minute 81, so yeah, we're slowly catching up. Luckily, day 2 we get to start fresh with our minute once again. So because of that, I stay on time the whole day on day 2, which felt good. 5, 4, and we're into Scott and Sue's. Couple rock climb features in this test. Nothing crazy.
Day 1.
Last test we've done about 150 kilometers. 140-ish at this point in the day, and we're just feeling good now because of my ankle.
Scott Sue's. 7 lovely kilometers. They actually have a wicked property here. I freaking love it. As long as I can just keep the pace like this going. These guys are right behind me.
One more test to go. I knew if I could get through this, I had the corduroy finish in the bag at least. So my spirits were starting to lift back up after hurting my foot and riding with my tail between my legs the whole day. But I was starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel come the end of day 1. I was feeling strong, minus my foot. Versus last year, end of day 1, I was feeling it. I'm just getting started now. Whoa. Can't get too ahead of ourselves though. Right turn coming up. I love the orange arrows. So easy to follow everywhere. Stand out good.
Get warmed up, baby.
Yeah, we're feeling good now. Made that pass there. Being this so far back, it's pretty hard to tell who's in your class and who's not, but getting ahead of any traffic's good at this point in the game. At this point, I've figured out how to ride cautious and in perfect form. If I could ride perfect form and keep foot on the pegs, I could squeeze the bike still and put weight on the peg enough. So if I could pick lines that would allow me to not work outside of that perfect form, then I'd be good to go, except it was tricky to do that. But after doing it all day, I was getting better and faster at it. I could dab with my foot if I knew I could keep it straight and not put a lot of pressure, just enough to keep balance and the bike going the right way. I could do that without much pain, but any kind of unplanned correction would be pretty hard on it. Little rev bomb there, see if buddy wants to give me some room. Pick out that line, make it happen, not too bad. Gives me a bit of a speed boost. We're looking good. Just being smart. Slowed down a little bit. A lot of it. That's okay. Here's buddy on that KLX or whatever it is again.
Thank you.
Wants me by right away. It's nice seeing that black dirt, you know, it's wet. There wasn't much of it around. Most of it was just this pulverized, blended powder. Getting a bit of a flow going through here, not too bad. Cross the road here. Tree hop. coming down into this rock garden. It's a bit more treacherous last year, I think, but everything's dry. Things were a little bit more wet last year. I've had nightmares of doing this in like 8 degrees and rain for 2 days, because I think that would be, be quite the challenge. But who knows, some year we go, it might be like that. Be a whole different beast, I think. Traction was really good this year, surprisingly. But I think our tire setup played a big role in that. Looking pretty good here. Not looking too fast, but looking alright. Oh! They're so hard to ride those ruts, I don't know why. Maybe because their tires are a bit wider, but they just pull you from the one side or the other at times. Way down this hill. Love the hill changes. Getting dusty. Finally coming into some traffic here. Yes, I remember climbing this hill. I think we did this one in reverse last year too. I love doing those turns on the pipe, climbing up these hills. Is that Bruce there? Looks like it might be. Those trails are wicked coming down that hill. Come out into, I think it opens up here. A little bit.
Yeah, Bruce!
Yeah, we're yelling at Bruce. He's not leaving many doors open for me to get around him yet. There it is.
Yeah, let's go, buddy!
Cheer him on. He catches me on one of the big hills. There's bikes stuck everywhere. And I'm getting set up to take my line up the hill, and then Bruce just comes out of nowhere. It's wicked. So I'm pumped up. I got a bit of a fire underneath me again. We're racing. I'm feeling like I'm caught back up anyways. On the pipe here, climb back up this hill. Like I said, this property is just unreal. Look at this. These ruts. A lot of bikes are driving up that in the day. Oh yeah, this spot's super cool too. Open power line or something. Pick your line. In this corduroy bridge, last year we were running the opposite direction and it was wet, man. Everybody was falling there. Cleaned it both years. Not a problem. Just big boulders everywhere. Waiting to take your front tire. Oh, another sand pit. It's like golfing, you don't want to hit yourself into the sand pits. Here it is. A bunch of people are stuck. So Bruce wasn't far behind me at all. I poked my way through those guys. The main line's to the left there, you see 3 bikes are stuck. And I'm like, no, I'm getting up on this little ridge. Get turned around. And in the meantime, Bruce just, look at him.
Look at Bruce!
No sweat. Climbs up the line I was picking out, throwing a rock at me. So Bruce gets around me. I'm trying to get going here. Another guy gets ahead. It's a bit hectic. Here we go. The goat line. So now I'm trying to catch Bruce again. We're definitely into the second half of this test at this point. Bruce is actually in my class. He was on row 81, intermediate B. Get around that fellow. I'm sniffing Bruce out like a shark. It's cloudy up ahead, but I know he's there. But good on him, he was able to hold it right to the end. He doesn't, I catch him and he doesn't let me pass. There he is. So he's like one turn ahead of me. Try to keep the momentum through those turns, but there's just so many roots and rocks that are stopping you. Skip across the road, down along here. Dodge that rut. Oh, getting squirrely. Again, it's such an awesome property. It's got everything. Those little rock sections everywhere, and the hills, the switchbacks. I'd be curious to see how a scoop tire would have done at the court. They make gummy scoop tires, and I wonder if you'd still be able to get up the rock faces. Because in this sandy, rutted stuff, it would work probably pretty good. Come on, get on the gas. This guy should have got around him there. Frig. That's Bruce picking up his bike. Same thing, he gets going just before I get by him and we're at the end. I nudged my way in front. Whoa! I was pumped about that test. I was feeling good again. Feel like I'm back in the fight.
Dude! You were killing that. How you feeling?
Pretty nice.
Dead. Fucking right, Bruce. I got wicked footage of you.
Bruce killed the day. Here we are coming back into the grounds, the corduroy grounds. So we check in. Row 101, I don't know, whatever. Minute 101. We get 15 minutes and then our bike goes into impound for the night. So I get my air filter changed, gas it up, look it over, make sure nothing's broken too much, bolt check. And yeah, if you're late, every minute you're late, you lose points. I missed my pit stop here. Thought we were gonna have another way in, but Sadie's pumped.
Put it on the stand, Max. I got your air filter here. I got it.
Take a video and pictures of
Go
it.
get zipped up.
Zipped up.
Yeah, whatever you need. I got your gas in your
Steve taking care of me in the pit crew. His bike
I'll get the
was
gas.
the one that blew
I
the
don't think-
base gasket, so
She's working good.
he was helping us out on our gas
Yeah, I
stops
caught
here.
up to him. I became something clicked, man. It's sure working good. My foot still broke, but I crushed Blackberry.
Excellent. I was watching it real time on your 2024 video while you guys were doing it. Honest to God.
Dude, it felt so good.
Bro, I was cheering for you the whole fucking time. I was like, oh, I know you're going to get that section this time.
Yeah, it was reverse.
Hey, we got Bruce right there in that tub. You got to put gloves. You got gloves on? Melissa, you're going to help Bruce? KTM Husky. Oh my goodness.
She's Bruce, you guys should.
Bruce getting his
You guys
filter
should've
geared
seen
up.
Bruce at Scott and Sue's, man. Holy shit.
The best test of the course.
Steve's the hype man. He's
Yeah, it was again.
Oh.
I got the full thing, him in front of me climbing like hills that everybody's stuck on. It's sick. We'll watch it in a bit.
Alright. You got GoPro quick?
Yeah.
I'll hook it up. I'll charge my phone, a little hotspot. I'm gonna tuck in your air filter, Max, so you're all good for tomorrow, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
Fucking got this, son. We're gonna oil your chain. Don't forget to oil your chain.
Do you need a stand?
Where did that chain grease go?
I got some in my
Bill, what'd you do with the chain? Stuff. Right here. Give it to me.
I got another one here.
I got it, Max. Come here. Hold up your bike. Oh my God, it's in gear.
Oh shit.
gets her dialed in, put the gas cap on, that helps.
I had an off situation.
Oh, my best riding all day was Blackberry.
Well, Scott and Sue's was it for me. I was just banging the clutch.
that way or
Yeah. All right.
Alright, get on, go get come back. See you soon.
So that was definitely within 15 minutes, and we're headed up into the impound and store the bike up there for the night. There's like 500 some bikes in here. Everybody doing the same thing. But thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This concludes day one of the 71st
Thank you, sir.
Corduroy Enduro. I'm working on day 2.
Morning breakfast available at 6 a.m. at Country Barbecue Catering.
And yeah, so we're sitting actually before we go. We're in 34th place after Scott and Sue, so let's see what tomorrow brings. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for day 2. Over and out.